Nice. All right. Welcome. This is
Welcome back.
Brochachos, where the topics are as divisive as the brothers' taste in coffee and just as likely to stir up a heated debate.
Indeed, indeed. Hosted by three brothers, united by blood. Divided by
Are we, though?
united by blood, divided by their choices of sports teams. Let's go
Uh,
ahead and dive head first into the chaotic soup of everyday life, parenting mishaps, and the uncharted waters of work and culture.
yes, indeed. So please tune in to laugh, cringe, learn some shit along the way, whatnot. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Like, comment, share, all that happy horse shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we had an off day, or not off day. We had an off topic discussion last week about sports and stuff. And guess what? We're right back to political stuff because, God damn it, it's so good.
Dude,
We've had a very interesting couple
this is
weeks
We
here.
have,
this is gonna be a movie in about 40 years.
bro. We've had withdrawals. So we talked about sports last week. So now our chat's been blowing up with nothing but political shit
Yes.
because I mean, it's just ridiculous, and it's comes from a place because our family, most of our family is lifelong Democrats. So we often see a lot of retarded stuff that they post. And I say that hoping that they watch it and they hear it and know that I don't think they're mentally retarded, but the decisions they make to continually follow a party that no longer aligns with their beliefs and running off pure emotion is kind of retarded when you think about the logistics of things, right? There's a lot of conservative influencers that went to the DNC. The DNC was earlier this week. And a lot of them went to the DNC undercover or whatever it was. And they asked a bunch of people how pumped up they were about Kamala. And not only were people pumped up, they were also okay with the fact that they subverted democracy in installing her into that position. But the funny part was when they asked her about policies and about what they thought she was did best as the vice president, blank stares.
Because
Blank stares.
she didn't do anything. The
No.
entire her entire stay as the VP, she has done nothing other than to really disrupt the flow of American society, especially like
So
people.
I mean, she did something then.
Yeah,
Well,
negatively.
well,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
let me rephrase.
yeah,
She
Yeah.
negatively impacted American
Yeah.
society.
yeah. I mean, she was the deciding vote on the infrastructure bill
Yeah.
and
Hold on.
Inflation Reduction Act.
The Inflation Reduction Act, she was the tiebreaker on that. And that act hired what, 80,000 or 8,700?
I believe it was thousand.
87,000 IRS
Yes.
agents.
Yeah.
Yes.
87,000 IRS agents to monitor your $600 fucking payments on Venmo and PayPal,
Yeah.
and to make sure that you were paying your taxes. So that bill increased the amount of taxes you are paying, and now she's talking about I'm going to no tax on tips. When you literally just signed a bill, you signed the
Yeah.
deciding
Yes.
vote on the bill
Yes.
that is now taxing more.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, when we already had a bill, when we already had a tax bill in 1982.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, yeah.
The point is is how hypocritical she's being, and she's talking out of both sides of her mouth.
100%, dude. Yeah, and that's the part. That's the part that like that truly baffles me, dude. Is it's like, okay, so first you sign that into legislation, then you turn around and you piggyback off of what Donald Trump pushed when he went to Vegas, and it's like, in reality, is it going to happen either way? Probably not.
Maybe not.
Probably not. Yeah.
You literally turned around and you're reneging on what you put into place.
Yeah. Not only
Yeah.
and just parroting overall too, because then you talk about the JD Vance $5,000 tax credit, which is it's stupid too, because right. Basically, what you're doing is you're just increasing another tax when you reduce, you know, fact of the matter, that's like the California with the no down, the zero down, and giving everyone $25,000 to buy a house. Really, what you're doing is you're just increasing the price $25,000. Like we're getting $5,000 per child, but you're getting taxed at a higher rate, so they'll just offset each other. That's really what it is. So like instead of paying, I don't know what the federal tax is. I think it's like 3 or 4% federal tax, and then within that bill somewhere, they're going to increase the federal tax 0.5%, which covers that $5,000. Like, because when you're single, you pay more in taxes for some reason. Like you pay more in tax, which is okay.
Which makes no fucking sense.
I know.
But...
It should be a flat tax. Everyone should be paying these exact same amount of tax, right?
Yeah.
But then again, like, it could be said the other way around. If you're a family, you should pay more tax because you're pulling more off the infrastructure and this and that. But whatever. Regardless, it should be a flat tax, right? And that's how it works. Is when they're saying, "Oh, we'll give you a break here," what they're doing on the back end is increasing. But okay, but regardless of however it works in the back end, what it means is now Kamala is saying, "Oh, we'll give you a $6,000 tax break per child." JD Vance said $5,000 tax break. Shit went bananas. Every fucking left-leaning pundit out there was like, "Oh my God, they're gonna destroy the country. We're gonna go broke and blah blah blah." And then Kamala Harris proposes a $6,000 child tax credit. And she's like,
"What the fuck?
So brave, so brave." Same thing with Kamala. They were like, "It's gonna cost the government $250 billion." First of all, it's gonna cost the government zero because the government doesn't produce anything. Therefore, they don't produce anything, so they don't have an expense.
Yeah.
They take money from the taxpayers. So really what that article should have said about Donald Trump is instead of it's going to cost the government $250,000 or $250 billion over the next 10 years, it should have said it's going to save taxpayers $25 billion per year.
Yeah.
That's what it should have said.
Yeah. Yeah. And isn't it wild that for Donald Trump, it was, oh my God, he's going to cost the government 250 or however fucking many $billion it's going to cost. And then when Kamala comes out saying that she's going to cut taxes on tips, my God,
yeah, so brave, so brave. That's what I'm saying. Like the double talk is ridiculous, and dude, I'm telling you, you guys, you two. My brothers, you need to read Rules for Radicals in 1984. You have to get it on Audible. Get it on Audible. If you have Amazon, bro, if you order shit on Amazon, you almost get books for free on Audible. If you order anything, you have Amazon Prime, you always get every single book for free. Listen to 1984 and listen to Rules for Radicals, bro. Then you will understand what they're doing.
For our tens of listeners, listen to this.
Do it.
Pick up these books.
Yeah.
Listen.
It's the playbook. So in Rules for Radicals, he talks about going into these communities and stirring them up to help them organize, right? They're called organizers. And that's what, like, if you listen to the stuff that AOC says and Kamala Harris says, they talk about organizing. We need to organize to do this. We need to organize to do that. And then they watch chaos happen, and what happens? They don't do anything because now they got the two sides fighting over each other. So that's what the organizer's job is to do, is to get the two parties fighting. That way, and then they collect their paychecks, right? Because they're usually pulling for both sides, right? Yeah. And then, especially in today's, like, if you look at the left and the right, right? Who's the number one super PAC that funds them both?
It's what the hell is it called? The
APAC.
Yeah.
It's APAC.
Yeah, APAC.
And we're not going to get into that, or we'll for sure get kicked off YouTube. All I could say is they got the sideburns and the hats, and they're funding both sides, right? And that's what they do. They're the organizers, and then they get all these puppets to go in here and start yelling and screaming and get them all fighting. I mean, look what just happened at the DNC, bro. You have the pro-Hamas left and the psychotic left. The communists, right? So you have the left, Hamas, and then you have communism, because that's what Kamala is preaching. And if you listen to what she says, she talks about in that one speech that she was, that television, whatever she was doing, that interview, she talks about people, not everyone starts off in the same place, but we need to make sure they end up in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 100% quote from the Marxist ideology, which her dad was a communist Marxist teacher. Like that,
Yep.
he's known for that. And she says equity is 100% communist. And the only thing that we will get in equity is we will all be in poverty. That's the only thing people get in communism when they talk about equity, is that everyone is going to end up in poverty.
Like, and that's been like one of my biggest points to, like, anytime I've ever had to, like, have that conversation, is when you look back at historical data. You look at Cuba, you look at Venezuela, you look at Nicaragua, you look at these countries. Yeah, it hurt. You look at these countries, and what do they all have in common?
They're all
suck.
broke now.
Yeah,
They're all poor.
yes.
They're all broke. They're all broke. They're in civil wars.
And you want to know what?
Fucking...
You want to know what? Like, I'll further say is Kamala Harris has continued to try to push that bullshit, like, during her delegation as the Democratic representative for president. But AOC has been, like, she's a hardcore pusher of that shit. And what I find funny is, it's like, first of all, like, you worked your way out of bartending to start in politics, and we already
Which
know
is fine. Which is fine, right? Like, all right, let's be honest. Like, if a bartender got and she was a congresswoman, that's an American story, right?
Yeah, 100%.
The problem is she got in there and she's fucking retarded.
Yes.
That's the problem.
And I was gonna say, she's so fucking dumb. First and foremost, I mean, like, I don't know if you ever saw when she was going at it with that.
Yeah, she's pretty bad.
Leader of.
What is the specific crime?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, she's not good at all.
no, what I find funny about her, though, is she's all about this equality, and it's like, you being Hispanic, being from New York, and you supposedly were in the Bronx, and obviously we already know that the influx of people coming from fucking Cuba, Puerto Rico, whatever, it's like, you're meaning to tell me that you try to kick that bullshit to them, and they fucking buy into it? Like, no, like, people can't stand her from the Hispanic community that immigrated from fallout fucking countries like that. And then, like, to make matters worse, is we know that you're getting paid. Like, we know that. And then you go, and then that gala a couple of years ago wearing a fucking dress that says "tax the rich" at a what?
You're rich, bitch.
$15,000 plate fucking dinner.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out
That-
of here, man.
And then she started selling merch, tax the rich. Like,
Tax the rich.
bro.
For 35.
And what's the problem is that people don't see the hypocrisy in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gotten so blatant and to that point to where the left can say whatever the fuck they want. And the people who are diehard, I don't want to call them lefts anymore. Diehard progressives, right? We'll call them progressives because progressives is kind of a good word for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Diehard progressives.
Sorry, I'm making a post for us on my story. And they'll believe it. And they'll believe it and they won't question it. And then when you try to explain that to them, like, hey, AOC doesn't believe in taxing the rich. AOC is trying to make $1 off of you because she's saying a slogan that she knows that you will eat up.
Yes.
And then she wants to sell you a $200 sweater that she bought. That sweater bought, like, I do apparel. I'm in apparel. I know how much the sweater costs. It costs like $12.95, right? And then the more you buy, the bigger the discount you get. The bigger the bulk, the bigger the discount, right? So she's paying somewhere around $11 per sweater, and then she's probably getting them screen printed, not even silk screened. Heat pressed. So then you're talking about like 60 cents per press. So for $11.60, she's selling you a $200 sweater, and then she's telling you tax the rich. That's not that. That doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. And
No.
there's no amount of mental gymnastics that can make that make sense. When they say tax the rich, they're talking about people who make over $100,000. They're not talking about the elites that are funding their super PACs. They're not talking
Yeah.
about the wealthy. They're not
Hey.
talking about the 1%. They're talking about the upper middle class that make anywhere from $100,000 to $5 million. That's who they're talking about. It's like, I can't remember the number, but somebody did the math, and billionaires pay somewhere in the realm of like 65% of the tax. I could be wrong on that. We'll fact check it later, but that's what I'm going to go with. They pay somewhere around 65 to 70% of all the taxes.
Well, then how about Michelle Obama coming out there?
Oh my goodness!
Talking about
What a
my parents were weary of people that took too much or had too much. Well, I can't remember the exact quote, but it's astounding to me that a person that owns multiple homes in Napa Valley and Florida, all across the country,
DC. Yeah, they have 2 houses in the Maria's Vineyard or whatever.
Martha's
They have
Vineyard.
2 houses there. Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Yes. They have
Yeah.
2 houses there.
Yeah, and then they have one in Napa.
Yeah.
And
then-
that one I believe was valued at $12 million.
Yeah.
You're talking the nerve and the audacity of you to talk about your parents' quote supposedly, and talking about people that took too much.
yeah.
You own multiple multi-million-dollar homes.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
And then to follow that up, they send fucking Oprah in there talking about how oppressed she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
She's a
got
fucking multi-billionaire.
like she's fucking bought up all that fucking land that burned up in Hawaii and
Dude,
fucking
she has her own
fucking
network.
property.
Yeah,
has
she has her
mean,
own fucking
Like,
network.
how are
Bro,
you oppressed?
she
Oprah?
is like, dude.
How are you oppressed?
She is the definition of the American dream. She
Yeah.
had nothing,
Absolutely.
and now she has everything, including
And now
her own
she's fucking
network with her
complaining.
name on it, and she's still talking about how oppressed she is.
Yeah.
You know, let me tell you what. She had it hard, one, because she's a woman, right? And 2, because she's not attractive. That's why she had it hard. It may have been because, she was black, but let's be honest, bro. She is not attractive at all. And
Yeah.
she's clearly done some skin lightening because she was super dark in the
I was gonna say, I remember seeing some
You
of
know
those.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of those.
She relieved herself of some of her melanin.
Here's the thing too, right? So I heard this story about Oprah. Oprah tried to be a Tony Robbins. She tried to do that, right? Tony Robbins is who he is. He's very energetic. He can suck you into his cycle, and like you feel like you can run through fucking brick walls when Tony Robbins is done with you, right? And you probably can. So Oprah started training with him, and she couldn't pull 50 fucking people into a room.
Uh-huh.
She could not pull 50 people into a room to hear her talk about fucking inspiration because she's got none.
Yeah.
She is a non-inspirational person, and that's why she stopped doing that.
Dude, you want to know?
So
Her claim? You want to know her claim to fame, bro? Is airing out people's fucking dirty laundry, bro.
Yeah, bro. She's the
100%.
Black Jerry Springer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, come on now.
Minus the fucking dog fights.
Yeah, so she was a class. All right, so she was the
Dog
female
and cat
version.
fights.
She was the female version of Maury Povich, right? Because like you went Jerry Springer Trailer Park, right? Maury Povich was like middle class,
Yeah.
and Oprah was upper class, right? Oprah was like, hey, let's put some style and some class on it, right?
Yeah.
You have less aggressive.
Let's be classy about your stories of your dad SAing you.
Yeah, yeah, but it is what it is, right? But you know what? There's a market for it, right? And she obviously capitalized
Yeah,
on that market.
100%. There's no
And it
knock
paid
on
off
her
for-
there's no knock on her hustle, dude.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. But like I said, but she's got no motivation, bro. No, she couldn't pull 50 people into a fucking room. She couldn't sell tickets to her Tony Robbins like experience because she's got nothing. And then but what she does have is she's got this thing where she's like she is inspirational, right? She is like I said, she is the definition of the American dream. She had very little, now she has everything, right? That's great. awesome. Stop saying you're
100%.
fucking oppressed. You're not oppressed. If
Yeah,
anything, if anything, you saw those obstacles as challenges and you overcame them. Why? Because it's fucking America. You pulled up yourself up by your fucking bootstraps and made something for yourself. You didn't become a victim, which is what
You know what
that's how she makes her money now.
You know what that's called?
Yeah.
The word that they love to plague conservatives with? Capitalism.
Yeah. Dude, she
Yeah.
she capitalized
She capitalized.
Yes.
on the capitalist market.
Yes.
Yep.
And then she's telling you she's oppressed.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
she's not oppressed.
And
she
that-
needs
and
you
that
to
capitalism and that.
Yeah. Except
Yeah.
for in any other system, she would be fucking dirt poor still.
Yes.
Yeah.
In any other
I mean,
system.
Talk about being a complete and total hypocrite. Of
And I guess that's the
success she
theme.
had.
That's the theme for this show is
Why would
calling
you-
out hypocrites.
Why would you not want somebody else to have the same fucking claim to fame that you had?
Right.
Why would you not want somebody else to be successful like you? That is the fucking greatest thing about this fucking country. The fact that we do have capitalism. We can fucking make something for ourselves and fucking hand it down to somebody else. Like that's some bullshit that you want to fucking end that shit. You
But-
fucking hypocrite.
Need you.
They don't want to
They
end
need
it,
you.
though, bro. They don't.
Yeah. They
Well,
need you to
they
stay
don't
in the
want nobody
cycle.
else to have it.
Exactly.
They need you to stay in the cycle of constant want. They
Yeah.
need you to stay in want. That way,
Relying on the
and
government.
not tell you any solutions, because Oprah Winfrey and Michelle and Barack Obama, they know how to get out of poverty, and they know that handouts is not the way to do it. How you keep somebody from wanting to come out of poverty is give them handouts. That is why that when we turn into a welfare state, you can see it. There's a high correlation between us becoming a welfare state and the decline of the black community. 100%, it's dollar for dollar. You can see that shit happening. And then these
100%.
people, I don't know why I got to say it right now, but RFK, I was listening to his speech about when he was talking about throwing his support to Donald Trump. And in the beginning, he says, the Democrat Party was the champions for the 19th Civil Rights Act. First of all, they weren't. They were fucking 100% against it, right? And how they did, they did it because the blacks were uppity, right? They needed to calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
And
no,
this is all
that-
documented.
and
This is
that's-
all transcripts that you could look up.
Yes, and that's the part, dude. Like literally, Malcolm X fucking put he was alt-right for the black community initially, and then obviously he started to discover more things. But when he talks about when the Democratic Party manipulated the fucking black community into thinking integration was something that was going to benefit the black community, he was 100% spot on.
Yeah.
100%.
Like,
Yeah.
why do you need to integrate? Why? They had all their own stuff.
Yes.
There's that one guy who talks about his family had the only black bus route, and he lost his fucking business because they wanted to integrate.
Yeah.
So he lost a generational business
Yes.
due to integration. Also, a lot of black businesses lost because they needed to put black people in white stores, so they had to take the black employees from the black stores and put them in the white stores.
That was the crash of Black Wall Street, dude.
Black Wall Street.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's like I don't understand why people don't see that, and they don't see one that the Democrat Party wasn't doing them a favor by doing the Civil Rights Act. They were actually pigeonholing them in several different ways. And the thing they should have been arguing.
Because the black economy at that time was thriving. It was,
Right.
It was,
Yeah.
it was the best thing that the black community had going for them, and they saw that there was profit to be gained, monetary gain.
Yeah,
From
and
immigration.
and here's the thing too. And here's the thing, and nobody wants to hear it. No one wants to talk about it. Martin Luther King was a plant. He was.
I will not
Bro,
disagree.
look it up. Look it up.
I'm just laughing because you said the quiet part out loud.
His speech writers and everyone around him were communist Marxist, right? They needed to agitate and get people riled up and fighting, right? Fighting for this. I want my civil rights. When really, all they had to do was read the Declaration of Independence. God gave us inalienable rights, and he created all men equal. All they had to say was,
what you got to remember is a majority, or I won't say a majority, but at least 50% of the black community believes that it was not intended for black.
I know, because they're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, not only that, but also the women on both sides of the aisle say that the Declaration of Independence was not meant for them either.
Yeah, again, they're fucking retarded too. Look.
Yeah.
All right, they're retarded. That's a moot point, right? Because when you said men, you were talking about everyone, right? Everyone. And let's be clear, and this is something that never gets talked about. Caucasians or European descent is 16% of the world population. 16%, right? Even so, take it back 250 years, right? It was probably a little bit smaller. It's probably somewhere between 10%, right? So 90% of the world is an entirely different color than European descent, right? They knew that there's other colored people all around the world, because a lot of those people came from Europe and they seen all people. They knew people from Africa. They knew different colors. They could have said white. They could have said of European descent. They could have said all these things that were very specific to their situation, European descent, whatever. They could have been very, very specific. They said all men are created equal, all men, and they have unalienable rights. And here they are, the Bill of Rights. You have free speech. You're able to carry a gun, start a militia. I don't know what the third is. Fourth, illegal search and seizure, right? 5, no quarters, things like that. All men and women have these unalienable rights. It's in my bag in the kitchen. It's in my bag in the kitchen. Keep that thing on me. But they didn't need, so the point is they didn't need the 64 Civil Rights Act. What they needed to do was say, hey, this says this and this means me too. So back the fuck off. That's all they had to say. And they could have went on and flourished, right? Had they started voting Republican then, it would have been okay. Things could have been different. But now here we are. And the black community now is fucking retardedly confused about that whole situation in 1964 of whether or not LBJ, was he racist? Yes. Did they think he was racist? No, because they don't fucking know. They don't know why he wrote that. Or he didn't even write it. He didn't even author that bill. He just signed it. He only signed it. Republicans wrote that bill.
And look, there's literally pictures all over the internet. Everybody looking down on that motherfucker, waiting for him to sign that motherfucking bill.
Yeah.
Like,
so he was.
You can
he was
look it all up. You can look up everything he's ever fucking said in regards to how much he hates the black community. Like, he was not a savior.
If he would have sued everyone in that room for making him, if this was a corporate deal, he could have sued everybody for coercion.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%.
But anyway, back to fucking the nonsense at the DNC. But people don't realize that. They don't know, right? And then you get people up there, you get Oprah Winfrey and every other fucking Democrat coming up on this stage talking about, we're oppressed. Everyone in that room is oppressed.
Or how about Jamie Ratskin talking about Donald Trump was calling for Mike Pence's head? Donald Trump didn't say shit about Mike Pence's head.
He said he should do his job. He said he should do his job.
All he said was to do his job. That was some fucking uppity-ass idiot in the fucking audience that helped raise a fucking, what's it called? To fucking hang his ass. That had nothing to do with Donald Trump, dude. And Ratskin, you're a prick, bro. You're a prick.
Yeah, but that's what they do, right? They jump on a thing and then they drive it home. So I guess that segues us into our next topic, and that's all of the lies.
Dude.
Oh, yes. Let's get into that. Kamala the liar.
All right. Where can you see it?
Oh, yes.
Where? I need to put this back in. I don't know what I'm doing. Because I can't see you guys.
Don't
Can you see?
Yes. Don't disclose your porn sites.
Yeah. Yeah, be careful about that.
They're fucking retarded. All right, hold on, because I can't see you guys. That's what it was.
Yeah, I could,
Okay.
we can still see you. You're good.
Okay. All right. All right. I want to just. I can't make that big.
The
Okay.
cackler.
All right. Hold on. Is that big now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So found this right. CBS News fact checks Kamala Harris's speech. So, Vice President Kamala Harris repeated the claim made by dozens of speakers at Democratic national conventions that former president is responsible and will follow Project 2025. I think it was debunked like 2 weeks before that.
No, it was debunked. It was debunked about
As soon as it came out, right?
Yeah, it was debunked
So-
about 2 months ago.
All right, so that's
Maybe 2
one.
months ago.
Okay, that's the same one. Here,
This is off of CBS.
yeah,
Yes,
bro.
Wow.
CBS.
Dude,
Yeah.
even CNN is fucking her up. So
Yeah.
during his
Yeah, the only one
presidency,
that's still on her side is MSNBC.
former President Trump proposed budgets that sought to reduce Medicare spending, blah, blah, blah. White House budget officials defended the proposed changes as good government reforms, insist that Medicare funding would continue to grow and that beneficiaries would not be directly affected. So she said, we're not going back to when Donald Trump tried to cut Social Security and Medicare. So she lied about that. And he's also been saying that the only thing he's doing with Social Security is he wants it to be tax-free, which should be, because you paid fucking taxes to get into it.
Yeah.
So that's stupid. So
and he's also trying to keep the age. He's not trying to fucking raise the age either. He actually wants to lower it.
So here's another one. He doesn't actually fight
Fact
for the
check.
middle class. Instead, he fights for himself and his billionaire friends, and he will give them another round of tax breaks that will add up to $5 trillion in national debt. Former president.
That's another. Is it's like, oh, he's helping his friends. Okay, well, guys.
So this is
are affiliated with all make over 6 figures, 7 figures.
So this is one of those things that, right? It's that stupid fucking term, trickle down economics, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So whether or not, it doesn't matter who is benefiting from it, because every single person, if you ask them now, they saw extra money in their paychecks when it came to the tax breaks. And why is that? Well, because the companies are getting taxed less, so that means that they have a less tax burden, so you're not getting taxed as much. And basically it trickles down, but I think that term is pretty stupid. But so he signed the tax cuts and jobs.
There's a negative connotation behind it, dude.
Yeah. Okay. And that's the last one. So basically, the Biden-Harris administration has proposed extending some of the Trump-era tax cuts and families earning under. See, but this right here is bullshit, because everyone actually paid more in taxes over the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And including me with, 3 dependents, I paid more in taxes.
Yeah, I did
He's
too.
also called for other tax cuts, including eliminating tax on tips. So basically just bullshit lies, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
What else?
Pull up her.
Okay. What is it?
Kamala.
Yeah.
Come swallow.
Yeah. KamalaHarris.com or some shit like that. With
Let's see those policies.
Yeah.
KamalaHarris.com. Okay. Close. I don't want to donate. I said I don't want to donate, so I can donate $25. Yeah, no, thank you.
Hey, where'd it go? Where's the window?
Oh, sorry.
There we go. There we go.
Should I
There
subscribe?
we go.
No, I'll subscribe later. So I can meet Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Look at that. Cute little story about
Her Indian mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, where's Dad?
Yeah. Okay, so as a parent, as the daughter of parents who brought her to civil rights marches in a stroller, that was debunked. They actually debunked that. So she took that mission to county courtrooms, blah, blah, blah. All right, so what did she do? She's been a trusted partner, blah, blah, blah. She's bringing down prescription drugs, which was not her. That was actually Donald Trump who did that.
Yep.
Biden has achieved a historic record of accomplishment, including bringing our economy back from the brink of disaster to create nearly 16 million jobs. This is a misleading. That you letting people go back to work isn't creating 6 million jobs or 16. So they didn't invest any money in infrastructure. Actually, all their bills, what was it, $8 billion is supposed to go to Tesla chargers for infrastructure, and they built 4 and only 2 of them work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Save millions of Americans on average $800 per year.
Win.
I have to say,
Win,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Win.
Everyone paid more in taxes. I don't know how is that true?
Yeah.
Bro, and dude, my insurance, my department pays $2,000 per month for my insurance.
Bro, I lost my insurance.
Bro.
Because on paper I make too much money.
Bro, when I was working for the Hard Rock, when I first started working for the Hard Rock, I was paying $200 per pay period for my insurance. And it included dental where I got up to $1,500 for braces. Then Obama got into office and put in the, what do they call it? The Healthcare Act.
Yeah.
And my insurance went up to $400 and I lost my dental.
Ouch.
She led legislation. No, she did not. Every single one of her legislations pushed down. She never passed. No legislation that she authored has ever been passed in California.
Yeah. And that's a fact.
Yeah. So basically, her it's just this one big story because none of this is true.
And look, Clint,
Yeah.
a white man. She's
Yeah.
married to a white man.
Not just a white man. She's a he just doesn't have his little hat on.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
about to
All
say.
right. So we met Kamala. Let's meet
little
Tim
hat.
Walz.
Let's go meet Tim. Hey, look at
Hey, but I want to see policies.
Oh yeah, where's
Take
our
action.
policy
That's
at?
got to be it, right?
Take action. Yes.
Fight we win. Enter your zip code to get started. Find an event. This is a very short page. Okay, what about store? No, I could buy stuff. Yes, she can.
Oh wow.
Nothing.
Look at those policies,
Okay.
guys.
I'd really
okay.
love to see some policy.
I am
All right.
so in. She is electric.
Maybe it's
I'm
in the
filled with
frequently asked
joy and hope.
questions.
All right, let's go to the FAQs. What's the status of my order? No. I made a mistake with my order. No. I received my order, but the items is missing, damage. No. Okay, contact us. Okay.
Amazing.
Hey, look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Hey, Brandon, what's your address?
Where are your fucking policies? Nice.
That
was good. Let's talk about Tampon Tim for a minute, though. Like,
Yeah.
we really need to talk about this shit. So this guy running as her vice president is the leading. What word should we call it? What do we have for this guy? Basically, he let his entire state fucking dive into a fucking civil war because some crackhead fucking lost his fucking breath. Like, let's fucking be real about it.
He didn't lose his breath. He didn't lose his breath. He didn't die from asphyxiation. He
overdosed. There we go. The crackhead overdosed. He let his entire state fall into civil war because a crackhead overdosed on fentanyl from across the border.
Did you see that thing at the convention where he was up on stage with his family and he I guess his son I guess his son has special needs.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Did you see his face?
Yeah. I was like,
looked-
get over here, fucker.
Yeah, it's like, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ, I can't take you anywhere.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, bud.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean,
He let his fucking state plunge into a civil war. He's lied about his military service. He lied about where he's been during his military service.
Yeah, the fuck was in Italy,
He's passed so many laws in his state to protect a group that needs no protections whatsoever because they have the same rights as everybody else. But, you know, allowing men to invade women's spaces.
yeah, and that's the thing too, is that the fucking DNC, they're it's funny, right? What they're doing is they're like, we stand for women's protective rights. Okay, what's a woman, right? Like, okay, what their protective rights? Cool, I get that, right? What about their right to not get truck sticked in fucking sports?
Yeah,
Where's that right at? You know what they did is they completely rewrote Title IX, which got knocked down from the Supreme Court, thankfully.
thank
They
God.
rewrote Title IX to use language inclusive. I mean, so you can see me, inclusive language, so men could be in women's sports. But they care about women, but they can't define a woman. But they are for women's reproductive rights.
and they're voting for a
Men
black
to play.
woman.
Yeah, but are okay with men playing women's sports. That's a mouthful. That's so dumb to say out loud.
Yeah.
Unless you're saying that you believe that trans women, men that transition to women, you believe they can get pregnant. That's what you're saying when you're talking about reproductive rights. That's, to me, that's a stupid.
Yeah.
It's more stupid for the DNC to talk about reproductive rights than it is for the Republicans. Because, the Republicans are too hard on that shit either. Like, all right, dude, I get it. A life is a life. It's a beautiful fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
But not everyone should reproduce. Not everyone should, right? Because you overwhelm the system. You got all these you incentivize them to have all these kids because we live in a welfare state. That's why they're having all the kids. Mm-hmm. It's because you incentivize them to have all the kids, right? And then they raise them into be complete fucks. And then you're like, oh, but I don't want you to abort them.
In their
Yeah. So either way you argue it, arguing over reproductive rights is fucking stupid. But at least the Republicans can say we respect and we cherish all life, whereas the Democrats or the Marxists are saying we support women's reproductive rights, but also men can have babies. Like, that's stupid. Like, that's stupid.
All the while setting up vasectomy and abortion trucks outside their convention.
And I think somewhere between like 20 and 40 abortions happened.
Yeah.
2 or 3 days they were there, which is
I just want to know how many guys went out there and got vasectomies because the men voting for Kamala Harris, y'all really need to fucking get vasectomies.
How about those walls though?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, how about
they don't want border walls, but they want
not just walls. Hold on.
They're talking about
walls. Not just walls. How did you get through the wall? Huh? Hold on. I'll show you how you got through the wall. I'm gonna show you. Okay.
Like, doesn't that makes so much sense?
You had to show them this.
Yeah.
In order to get into their fucking DNC, you had to show them a driver's license. Yeah. So
you need
the DNC, they were being racist.
Yeah.
Bro, that's so racist. So racist. I need to show my ID.
Yeah. No way. Did you see the guy, the undercover conservative guy who tried to get an illegal Venezuelan immigrant into the DNC?
No.
Yes. It was.
He walked up to the gate. And you're like, "Oh, you need credentials." He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You got to take him to the office and get credentials." He's like, "I can't just walk in." He's like, "No, you need a badge with your ID on it." And he goes, "What?"
But he can walk across the border though.
He's like, he needs one to get in the country. She goes, "No, just in here." He's like, "Oh, you don't need an ID to get in the country, right?" They go, "No." And he goes, "But I need an ID to get in here."
But you need an ID to get into the convention.
And then he goes to the office, the credentialing office. And he's like, "I need to get him an ID or a credentials." And they're like, "Well, does he have an ID?" He's like, "Well, no." He's like, well, we can't give him credentials. He's like, what?
Like, how does that make any sense? You
Bro.
can walk across the border, but you need an ID to get into the fucking DNC convention.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Hey,
Like, that,
hey, hold on. Last thing about that abortion thing, right? It's kind of funny, and it's very like full circle. What was their thought on abortion being quote unquote illegal? They saw Roe versus Wade as abortion being illegal. Their argument against that was, well, it's just going to happen in back alleys, right?
mm-hmm.
They literally had this fucking thing parked in a back alley, and they're just scraping babies out of people.
No shit.
Like,
No
talk about a
shit,
self-fulfilling prophecy.
No shit. Yeah.
Dude.
Wow, damn, Corey,
what's
fucking
funny-
light
what's
bulb
funny-
moment, bro.
So what's funny is she who will not be named made an argument talking about women's rights, and what's funny is no, it's being turned over to the states. It's a state by state basis, and everybody wants to blame Donald Trump. All the while, the president has his opinion about it. The states and the Supreme Court are the ones that determine this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
And-
Like, Donald Trump didn't repeal it. The Supreme
No.
Court did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
But they want to. But their whole argument though is
that he appointed the judges.
He
Yeah.
appointed the judges. Like,
Bro.
he has no fucking say so over their fucking own fucking logical fucking choice in their fucking head.
God,
And
He doesn't
and,
fucking
what
tell
the
them
fuck?
what to fucking say or do.
and also,
you like
the
word
chick who-
fuck, huh?
yeah, he does. The lady, right? The one who that law was, it wasn't even a law. It was like a case. We'll call it. It was a federal case, right? It wasn't even a law. It was a precedent for whether or not someone can have an abortion, right? That's what it was. It was a precedent, right?
Yeah.
It didn't give anyone the right to do it. They're just saying, this has happened before, went to federal, so yes, I can do it, right? It was never a law. It was never codified. And if they wanted it to be codified, they could have. Because when did that happen? In the 80s?
Yeah.
And how many fucking Democrat presidents have been president since then? Lots.
A lot. Yeah.
One for 8 fucking years.
Dude,
And
Yeah.
then his vice president was president for 4 fucking years. So for 12 years they could have done that. They could have codified it.
12 of the last 16 years
Yep.
Yeah.
have been
Yeah.
Democratic presidents, bro.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah,
fuck are y'all
and that's what
doing?
I'm saying is like they were going hard on that on fucking on CNN when Van Jones was talking all his shit and dude was like, bro, he's like 12 of the last 16 years have been Democrat presidents.
Dude,
all this stuff you said Trump should have done or he's not going to do or this next presidency is going to do, they've been talking about doing that shit for 12 of the last 16 years.
Bro, you want to know who I can't believe still has a fucking platform and it blows me away? Anthony fucking Weiner, dude.
Yes.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yes.
He still has
He's
a
on a
fucking
fucking
platform.
radio show, dude.
He's a fucking pedophile. He's
I don't know.
fucking pedophile.
He's not in my feed at all, so
Bro.
It, like, they fucking they bash on fucking, like, you've got pedophiles on the fucking radio.
Oh yeah, dude, and he's a Hillary defender all day, and it's fucking. So obviously, during the time of when he got himself fucking caught up by sending pictures of himself
shit.
naked to fucking minors.
RFK is on stage with Trump right now.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we need to get that on the feed or something.
Hold on, let me
Holy
see.
shit.
Why is he just standing there like a fucking robot? I was frozen. Yeah, he's on there right now.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Shit, they're done already?
it's all right. You'll be able to beat off to the highlights later.
Yeah, for sure. I only want to
No.
listen to the Cliff Notes
No, they're
anyway.
actually no. Trump is actually speaking right now.
Cool.
He's speaking, yeah, and I think RFK is getting ready to speak here in a minute.
But I
Yeah.
mean, that dude, I was telling Brandon before you popped on here, Dustin. Let me pull that back up. And if I'm reading this right, Let me go back to our messages. Nope. Brochachos. There we go. So net gains after RFK dropout. So Arizona, he got 1.5 points or 1.25. North Carolina 1, Nevada 2. So, and then they have this graph here. Let me show this graph. I'm not quite sure what it means, but I'm pretty sure.
Yep, RFK is speaking right now.
Whoa, wrong one. Glad I didn't have anything wrong on that. So, Kennedy vote shared by state, state by state, and how they vote in the head-to-head ballot. He's netting 25 in Arizona, 13 in Georgia, 2 in Michigan, 36 in North Carolina, 50 in Nevada, 13 in Pennsylvania, and 30 in Wisconsin. And I believe these are the swing states, right?
Yes. Those are all the swing states.
So, and he's like,
but that, hold on. I find it very hard to believe that Georgia is not a fucking swing state, dude.
yeah, bro. I think it's more of a battleground state.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even fucking say that though, dude.
Yeah, but
Have you looked at the last? Look at the last 10 elections.
yeah, they voted Republican.
Yes. How is that as? I don't understand.
I don't know.
It's a swing.
So it's marketing, right? They have to say these things. So when they cheat, that's why they're putting polls out where Kamala is like 2 points behind Trump. Because, like somebody
they have to convince the public.
Somebody, a third party, I think it was somebody did a third party poll, and something like 200,000 people voted on this, and it was like overwhelmingly Donald Trump. It was like 60-40 or like 65-35. It was a lot to not very much, and it was well beyond the margin of error to where they could fudge a little bit.
Yeah.
But what the mainstream does is they put these fucking polls up there where they're 2-3 points apart because that's a margin of error.
Yeah.
And
wasn't this? Sorry, don't mean to interrupt you. Wasn't this supposed to be a rally event? This is a rally event, isn't it?
Yeah.
For Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Good God, dude, the fucking where they're at is entirely sold out.
Bro,
But
ridiculous.
you know what? But Obama said, what's the big deal over the crowds? Everybody's obsessed with the crowds.
Because it's real time. It's information. It's real time information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason why he's saying that, is because the argument of the 2020 election is for 30 days. 30 days, Trump went city to city for 30 days and pulled anywhere between 50 to 100,000 people every single rally. That's why he's saying what he's saying, is because that was the argument. Because it's optics. Because when you're saying, I got 100,000 people to show up to my rally 2 days before the election, and then you're saying I lost by this many votes, it doesn't make fucking sense. And they're saying everyone who's talking about the fraud that happened in 2020, they're saying, look at the rallies. You can't tell me that a guy who could barely get 20 people to a drive-in rally won from his basement. There's absolutely no way you can tell me that happened. When this dude's pulling between 50 and 100,000 people, packing stadiums, you're telling me that guy. So in 30 days, 100,000 people, that's 3 million fucking people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes no sense, man. And that's just the people at the rallies. That's not including the people that, well, the ones that weren't brainwashed by mainstream media. You know.
That's why Barack Obama now is saying, well, everyone's obsessed with the crowds. Yeah, you fuck.
Because
there's a correlation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are listening and they know that the fuckery is among us.
Yeah, and then you have assholes like Don Lemon who are out there on the streets trying to fucking drum up drama.
Bro,
And he's fucking getting smashed.
All right. Let's hold on. Let's just talk about Don Lemon for a second.
He's gay.
This guy is.
He's not just gay. He's married to a gay man.
And he's not funny gay. He's like for real gay.
Yeah.
And
which is okay.
Which is okay. We're just picking.
Hold on.
Nobody get fucking butt hurt.
We're not gonna get racially divisive here. He's married
to
a white man.
Okay.
So
because he knows if he was married to a black man, he might get beat up.
All right. No.
Or stuck with the kids, one of the two.
Hey, they're going to adopt a black baby. We know this.
Hey, we got to put a disclaimer up at the beginning. Hey, we may or may not say racial jokes, but it's okay because we're 33% African American.
Hey, but we know they're going to adopt a black baby, though. We know this.
Yes.
Yeah, because they're fucking moral signaling.
Yes, but point being, is this fucking guy, first of all, he got fired from CNN. He fucking completely tanked the deal that he had with Elon Musk because he decided he was going to go on that interview and try to fucking bait and switch him with these fucking ridiculous ass questions. And now, well, first off, he started a podcast that's tanking, and now he's doing street interviews.
Yeah.
Like,
bro,
tank.
Talk about a spiral.
Dude.
Talk about a spiral.
Big time.
They do. Somebody should, and that's a fucking phenomenal point. God, dude, thanks for the analysis on that. That is fucking real time. That nobody wants to hear that shit. And if you think about it, if people like that freaking mad cow, what's her name, the blonde haired black chick,
Joy Reid.
I bet you, bro. No, if you take her off mainstream, no one will listen to her.
Dude, she'd fucking die off so fast.
Dude,
she would die off.
Have you seen
Rachel
Mad
Cow
Corey.
would die off.
Dude,
Joe and fucking Mika would die off.
Look
fucking
at her.
George Stephanopoulos would die off. They would all fucking tank.
Dude, look at Corey. It's funny that you bring that up. Look at her social media following. It's trash, dude.
Who's Joy Reid or Mad Cow?
No, Joy Reid's. It's fucking like for somebody in her position, her social media following is fucking trash.
Yeah.
She has 800,000 followers.
Yeah, because she's a racist bitch.
All right, hold on. All right, let's look at her. All right, so you should be getting somewhere between like 5 and 10% of your following in engagement. And her last post, is this her last post? Her last post is she posted it 1 hour ago. This election is quite simply a contest between the working and middle class versus billionaires and the folks they've tricked into carrying their water. It's pretty poetic that she says that. And I don't know if you saw it. Did you see Andrew Cuomo at the DNC ripping up the fucking elites, bro?
Yes.
Ever since he got on with fucking PBD, bro, his tone has completely changed.
Absolutely, bro.
Completely.
Yeah.
All right, so her post got 2,800 likes. 2,800 likes. Okay, well, here's one with 10,000, but it's been up for 3 hours. 3 hours. Okay, she gets about 10,000. And when she tags other people, she gets more. Okay, so we'll say her average is about 10,000. She has 800,000 followers. She should have around 8,800 interactions. 8,800 interactions on her page, not 10. So she's getting a little over 1% engagement.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
What a fucking worthless piece of shit, dude. Yeah.
Let's go to Joe Rogan. He has 19 million followers. He gets almost 500,000. His last one he got. Wait, this is old. What the fuck? Joe Rogan Experience. Sorry. His Joe Rogan Experience has 2.8 million, and he ain't doing so well either. He gets about 2,500, so he gets about 1% too. That might be the average. I might be lying. 1.2. I don't know. He's doing pretty good. 32,000, 16,000. That's Joel Patrick. What?
He's bringing up the illegal immigration chart, and he's talking about how beautiful it is and how he'd sleep with the chart.
Yeah. So he posted Joe Rogan posted 3 days ago when Russell Crowe was on there. He got 400,000 likes on it. Yeah. 400,000.
But that's what I'm saying, though, dude. Like, the fucking discrepancy, like, of an individual.
So that's about 0.5% or about 5%.
You know what though, Corey? You should have done a comparison between her and Tucker.
All right, let's look at Tucker Carlson real quick. because that's a better comparison. All right, so I mean, Tucker Carlson sucks pretty bad on social.
Does he really?
Yeah, he's got 3.9 million. I mean, he's got more followers. So 5 hours ago, he made a post. He got 80. I mean, he got 82,000 engagement on this. 33,000 on one that's pinned. 22 hours ago, 60,000. 1 day ago, it's just like on his videos. On his videos, he gets way more engagement. On his static photos, he doesn't get shit. But here's one is 147, 4,500 or 45,000. So that's about right. That's about right.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fuck you, Joy Reid.
Her engagement sucks.
Yeah.
Like if I was her social media manager, I would fire her.
Yeah. No shit, dude. Fuck that, dude. Joy Reid just needs to get fired, period. Because she ain't doing nothing but spreading more hate and bullshit, anyways, dude. She is fucking hateful. She's evil, dude.
So the crux of this really is that they said a bunch of lies, and what's crazy is that when you question them about whether or not this statement is true or not, then they just yell at you, and it kind of puts you off asking the question. And then the other thing is that nobody questions it. You know, the progressive faithful, we'll call them, no one questions it. And when you have people like we have in our family, when you ask them, okay, what have they done? They can't give you a straight answer because they don't know. And like I said, that guy went around and asked, there's like 3 or 4 videos of him asking 5 or 6 people per video. So you're talking 30 to 50 people that he's asked and not fucking a single person. And that's a huge polling sample. 50 people at an event that's got 50,000. That's a pretty big sample.
Yeah.
Probably talk to a lot more than that. And not one person can name a fucking achievement that she's done in the last 3.5 years that she's been in the prime spotlight.
Yeah.
And then you talk about her record in California and say, well, she was a senator and an attorney in California. What did she do there? And they have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
So they're running purely off emotion, and vibe is what they're calling it. And I don't know if you saw that video today, but CNN was like, dude, they need to start answering because they're telling her not to announce her policy or her views until after she gets elected, which is fucking wild.
Like who does that?
Like, so what are you voting for her for?
Since when? But again, like, since when do we do that?
Never.
Like,
but that's what I'm saying.
Where is the democratic process that they're fucking crying so hard about?
Yeah.
Where's the democracy at?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's not democracy.
And that's the thing is like, where is the democracy? The democracy is giving people options, and then those people who you've made your options have to earn your vote.
Yep.
And right now they're saying she doesn't need to earn your vote. You just need to give it to her. Yeah. Is what they're saying.
Vote for the black woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
vote blue no matter who.
Did you see that thing as they're trying to disguise her alcoholism as joy? That's why they're going so hard on the joy, is because she's constantly drunk and they're like, nah, she's just happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
Yeah, she's not.
Everyone's got an aunt or uncle that's just happy. You know exactly what they're. Yeah. Oh, now I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, like people need, like those family members that we keep continuously speaking about. Like, we just really want you to think about something real quick and ask yourself.
They're not listening to you or us.
Do you want more government or less government?
They don't know. They don't know they're getting more government.
I don't want nobody else telling me what the fuck to do or how many fucking guns I can have or what I can and cannot say.
The problem is you're informed. That's the problem. The problem is you're informed and you want to be informed so you can make an informed decision. While as they are just doing what they're told, and they don't know that they're doing what they're told because they're being told that this is how they feel. And they're like, oh yeah, I definitely feel like that. Bro, it's
emotional manipulation.
Emotional manipulation, that's what it is. That's what they're running on. That's why they're talking about joy. Why are they talking about joy when our southern border is being invaded? Why are they talking about joy when we're paying out of the ass for gas? Why are they talking about joy when people could barely afford food? Why are they talking about joy when the housing market's about to crash? Why are they talking about joy when the job market now they just said is 1 million overrated? They overcounted 1 million jobs. Like, why are you talking about joy when we have those 4 things directly to talk about?
Yeah.
So it's weird. But everyone know on both sides, I'm going to do it on the grill, that you are being emotionally manipulated. I'm making some bulgogi, so let's.
Dude, it tastes the best on the fucking grill.
I know, bro. I made it on the grill. You have to watch it though, because you can't make the temperature too high, because it'll stick right on there. I learned that the hard time last time, because actually, so Costco sells this thin shaved beef, and then you get that Japanese barbecue sauce that we talked about that one time, right? That and let it sit in there for like 3 days.
Oh yeah.
And then you throw that on the grill, but they're thin. Those are thin, sliced too thin. And if you put it on too hot, it'll fucking ruin it. I put it on there. I closed the lid for 30 seconds. I lifted it back up, and everything was on fire.
Damn.
All right.
I'm so to make me some carne asada myself.
All right, let's go. We can't leave without our favorite part of the show.
Hell no. Let's get it cracking.
Right.
Let's get it cracking.
Questions, 3 minutes. All right. Family Guy or The Simpsons?
Simpsons all day, bitch.
Damn.
Simpsons is the closest thing we have to looking into the future.
Hey, but have you given Family Guy a fair shot, Brandon?
I'm gonna say Family Guy.
Yeah,
I was watching The Simpsons in the fucking early '90s when I have actually a report that Mom has in a folder where I'm talking about watching The Simpsons in like the 2nd grade. That's like '92. I'm an OG.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go.
Family Guy is awesome too, though.
I'm gonna have to go with Family Guy.
Yeah.
That's a good
I'm
one.
gonna have to go with Simpsons because I've seen more episodes of it, but
Bro.
I do like Family Guy. It is fucking hilarious.
Dude, Family Guy is like I thought nobody could top the fucking Simpsons, but Family Guy, bro.
Family Guy is the American South Park.
Yes. Yeah, that's a fair way of putting it. Like the episode where they go back in time and they fucking try to kill Hitler.
Yeah, all of those are funny, dude. They go back in time a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's on Hulu, Brandon. You can watch it.
Please do.
I do have a favorite episode. One of my favorite episodes is the Star Wars one.
Those are always good.
Yeah.
There's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Those are pretty good.
MTV or VH?
Shit.
Damn. I'm gonna go MTV.
Yeah, old school MTV.
Yeah,
though.
old school MTV. I'm talking about like old school Real World, old school Road Rules. What was it? MTV Countdown.
The top team. Yeah, the top team countdown.
Yeah.
When they actually
TRL,
played
yeah.
music. When they actually played
TRL.
music.
Beavis and Butthead when they played Beavis and Butthead at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Old
go MTV.
school MTV. Yeah.
I feel like VH1 started to take over when it came to reality TV between the two networks, at least. I feel like they started to slowly take over like after like 2005.
Wait, the Rock of Love, all those other fucking shows were on VH1, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like fucking Flavor Flav show.
Flavor Flav and all that bullshit.
New York, yeah. I love New York. That was wild.
All right.
Fuck, dude. I can't believe you watched that trash.
Dude,
holy fuck.
Trash TV, bro. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna sound a little weird, but it's. I feel like it's been a constant conversation like for the last like 2 weeks. So I just felt like I had to ask. All right, are we using washcloths, loofahs, or straight up bar soap?
It honestly depends. I like a good loofah. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the rag gets too slimy, like way too quick, and the bar soap is just it's too slippery. Every time I drop the bar of soap,
in your crack, bro.
I get scared, bro. I feel like, shit slips out of your hands. And you're by yourself in your shower, and you're like, oh fuck. I'm gonna wait to put my underwear on to put that on. I'm gonna wait till I put my underwear on to pick that up because you never know.
Just place your hand in the grease of your crack.
Yeah, you ain't getting me. I don't think so.
Yeah, dude. Like I don't know. It's been like that ongoing question as of late. Like everybody's like, oh, do you use washcloths, loofah, or just the bar of soap? Like apparently, within the white community, a lot of them just say fuck it and just go raw bar of soap right in the crack, dude.
Yeah. When I'm feeling my whitest, I'll just grab the bar of soap. When I'm using like multi-syllable words and I feel like I'm the smartest person in the room, I definitely use the bar soap. But here's the real thing. If I get one of those bar soaps that's like charcoal and it's got a little texture on it, I'll use just the bar soap because it's almost like exfoliating. I'm just going to sound real gay. Okay. I'm going to say it. Exfoliate.
Hey, nothing wrong with.
So,
Yeah, no.
but I don't like the washcloth. Like I said, it feels like it gets too slimy, and the loofah just, I don't know.
I don't mind a washcloth though.
Yeah, but the loofah is just tactical, bro. It's just, it suds up quick, and it washes out even quicker, bro. Gets the job done.
I've never heard anybody use the word tactical when it comes to a loofah.
Well, that's because everyone else is gay.
Hey, bro, it gets all the creases, man.
If you don't use the word tacticals when you're talking about loofahs, then you're probably gay. I'm just going to put that out there.
Man. Yo, is it just me, or is Carrie like sort of an attractive white woman?
Older white woman.
Yeah,
Older
for
white
sure.
woman. Yeah. She's.
Look at Brandon. Brandon's broken up, freshly broken up, and now he's just, I'm fucking everything.
Like I'm gonna throw my fucking shot in the dark here.
Carrie Lake, what's up?
Like, hey, girl.
Yeah.
No.
I only got 2 kids.
Oh, good God, that stadium is fucking packed, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
All right.
But that's the show for today.
Yeah.
So, like Brandon said at the beginning, like, comment, share, do all those things. If you got value out of it, please share the show. We're just 3 brothers talking shit on the internet, trying to make some change. Incremental change is really what we're going after. I know we talk a lot of shit, but it comes from a really good place. We've all been through a lot of challenges and opportunities in our lives, dude. We literally came from the trailer park. We're trailer park boys at heart. East Side Las Vegas, stand up, but
Oh, yeah.
we're all doing what we do, living life, and this is kind of comical for us, and also, like I said, we're just trying to lead. Jesus Christ, bro.
If you hear that,
Yeah.
there's a massive storm getting ready to blow in here, so I gotta wrap.
Shit.
All right.
Yeah, let's get this going.
So,
This is the only place where I
Brochachos
find my
out.
silence.
Brochachos out.